You got to put yourself out there. But I'm talking about if God is calling you to ministry, and that's really what it is, ministry, or using your gift in a particular way to a particular audience. You have absolutely got to trust God. You got to study the things that He wants you to study. So, that being said, all this time, from before I came to the company that I am currently working for as an in house instructor and the Highway Diamonds coordinator, guys, all this time, I've been reading books. I invested in a mentor. This mentor was not cheap. Okay. I invested thousands of dollars into someone who can pour into me. And even after this person poured into me, I still had to digest this for the last couple of years. But last year, I started seeing the fruits of investing in myself because of the places that God was taking me. And so, what is it along your path that you know that you know that you know that you're supposed to be doing? I'm not saying you're going to be perfect. God never asked you to be perfect. But there's something on the inside of you that you know that you're really good at. Nobody does it the way you do, whether it's communication, or maybe you have a heart for people. Maybe you have a skill with children. And right now, you might be working um, as a IT person, but your heart is for children. But you've had this devastation come into your life. You've lost your loved one, and it threw you off from pursuing your dream. I'm telling you, now is the time to start stepping into your call. You're going to start seeing me in different places. I am not going to just live here on TikTok because honestly, I don't trust this platform anymore since they went dark, y'all. And I'm going to try to read y'all's comments in a minute, but I don't trust it. And so you're not going to see me on here a lot, but you are going to see me. I'm not going to be posting the way that I was before because I just don't know where this is going. And I'm going to kind of, keep an eye on this as well as other platforms. And when I do a live, I will save it so that I could share it on those other platforms. But I truly believe, getting back to what I said, now is the time. This is why I've been telling y'all to start documenting your life on YouTube. This is a constant platform. It will help you to get monetized. Once you start having 4,000 watch hours on your channel and 1,000 subscribers, guys, your channel will get monetized. There's been people who have been doing this for years and years, making um, hundreds of thousands of dollars on YouTube. There are some YouTubers who are professionals at it. They're so good, y'all, that they're having a million followers plus. I have friends right here on TikTok who've had these successful YouTube channels for quite a while. And now is the time for you to start getting on there. You got to figure out what is it that you're really good at. Turn that passion project into something that God can use to help other people. Because people are tired of being entertained. I know I make these videos on TikTok and on Facebook. Excuse me. I get so excited I get choked up. But I make these videos, and yes, I am, it looks entertaining, but all of them have a message. If you scroll down and you look through my TikTok channel, you'll see I have messages in everything that I post because that's what God has called me to do. So whether I speak it or I share it in video form, it always is going to have a message because that's who I am and that's who I've been for a long time, really, since my daughter was killed by a drunk driver. I changed. And so all of the experiences that I've had from that time, that was in 2003. all the way up until now, 2025. That's 23 years. I have watched God develop me into a better person. And I'm not tooting my own horn about that. I recognize God's hand on my life. And you have the same ability. You are sitting there on your talent. You've been procrastinating. You've been not facing your fears. So the easiest thing for you to do is just post a picture and have some music. It is time out for that, guys. Social media is starting to change. People are, like I'm online with you right now, people are starting to sell stuff online. And guys, I found another platform that I'm gonna be getting on too. Um, and I'll tell you about that another time. But you can go online and start selling stuff. You know, you can do that on Facebook, you can do it on Instagram, because any one of these free platforms that allows you to go live is an opportunity. And so if you're one of those wives who lost your husband and you're trying to figure out how to make money, I will tell y'all during Christmas, I did pretty good on selling things that are just laying around my house, taking up territory and real estate. I took things that were in boxes that I never even opened, and during Christmas time, I sold them on Facebook Marketplace. There's still a few things that I have that are up there that, people will message me about, but they don't want to pay the full price. I'm not backing down. We're not in Christmas time anymore. So, according to the season, is how I'm going to give you a deal. It was Christmas time, so people got a lot of deals from me, but we are past that. You know what I'm saying? We're coming into um, Valentine's Day coming up on the 14th. If you have any gift boxes you can put together and you can post that on Facebook Marketplace, go ahead and sell it. Because I'm telling you, that right there, going live and selling stuff, is about to be turning into something huge in the next couple of years. Um, and I only know that because I follow certain people like Gary Vaynerchuk. He cusses a lot in his videos, guys, but he is dropping gems. This man has been selling life. He's a serial entrepreneur, and he does something that I like, which is speaking. Even though he speaks out of this world cussing, I totally respect him because he's a successful entrepreneur. I listen to a lot of other people, and these are people who are, they're going to the conferences, they are the conferences, or they are learning certain things and they're putting it out there in the atmosphere because they're using their gift. Back to you. Are you using the gift that God gave you? He didn't give it for you to just sit and hide. You got an expertise. Maybe it's in nursing. Maybe you're a mechanic. Maybe you are an entrepreneur and you have tips and you have information to help those who are going to be future entrepreneurs. Maybe you're a tech person and you've got a skill set in the tech industry that could help us to maybe understand AI and all the other things. So, this is why I'm saying get on YouTube. You can stay on this platform. I'm staying on this platform because I actually like TikTok. I'm just not on it like I was before because I'm exploring all the other things that are out there, guys, so I can help you. And you got to get over the fear of, you know, pushing play and going live. You got to get over the fear of turning your phone sideways and just talking to people about what's on your heart. Every single person out there watching me right now, you have a story to tell. People are so tired of being consuming all this information where they're overwhelmed with everybody's way to do this or to do that, plus all these commercials. I told you guys before, I don't even watch regular television anymore because it's just gotten to the point where regular television will sell me fake stories And then in between the commercials, it's telling me how sick I am and what I need to take for that. I don't need to hear that. So I would much rather, guys, I've been watching YouTube for almost over a whole year, but I've been always on YouTube, watching other people, learning from other people who are doing what I aspire to do. But the other thing is, I would rather hear somebody's truth. And I watch a lot of these type of videos. There is a guy on YouTube right now who built a home out of sticks. Now we might think, ew, why is he living out there in the woods? Because the cost of living is high, and he's telling you his story while he's showing you how he lives this lifestyle. And even though that's not my preference, it might not be your preference, but for him, that is what is feasible right now. And so, if you have a story to tell about your struggle, even, most people are embarrassed to share their story, but one thing you will always get from me is the truth about me, because nobody can tell my story the way that I can, and nobody can tell yours the way that you can. Stop entertaining people and start being really raw with your truth, because my telling my story all these years, guys, it led me to the White House 3 times. It led me to the House of Representatives and the Senate. It gave me favor in places that were unexpected. I always saw myself doing certain things, and when they start to open up and happen, it blows my mind. But that's the power of having faith, even while you're going through pain, even while you're going through struggle and hardship. Having faith and letting your story play out the way it's supposed to. I'm not saying you shouldn't have some strategies, because, like I told you, all this time, from the time I lost my daughter until now, I've always invested in myself. I've read books, I've watched speakers that know how to command a stage. So I know how to do that when I'm in the presence of other people and I have to stand, whether it's in church or whether it's at work or in these environments in the trucking industry. I know how to command the stage, and I'm an introverted extrovert, if that makes any sense. When you know who you are and you know what you're called to do, and you start putting yourself out there in unexpected ways, God knows how to turn that thing around and put you where you are supposed to be. I don't want to be anywhere that God doesn't want me to be. I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I cuss a little, y'all. I told y'all that before. But one of the things I'm working on is what comes out of my mouth, because I know that my gift is speaking. And so when I start talking to people, I want them to be fed. I want them to receive life because I know that my gift is speaking. And so I always am going to turn it back to you. What is it that God has called you to do? What talent do you have? What natural abilities do you have? What comes so natural to you, but it's a hardship for everybody else? Do you know that that is your gift? The Bible says that your gift will make room for you. Some of you are serial entrepreneurs, but nobody knows it because you haven't told your story about your journey. You've just been posting. Now it's time to get on YouTube and start sharing how you did that. There are people who are only going to listen from you, but you haven't even put yourself out there. Some of you are the best cooks on the planet. You can outshine any restaurant out there, and you have not even prepared one meal and shared how you made that meal. Maybe you know how to take something from nothing and turn it into something amazing that will feed families and help families do it on a budget. Maybe you're a good planner. Maybe you know how to budget so well that you can teach a person who is low income how to make their budget stretch. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? Stop playing with your lives. Excuse me. Stop acting like you're just an accident. No, we don't have time for that anymore. It's time for you to start showing up as the real you, not the entertainer you. Since COVID, we've gotten here on this platform and we've gotten comfortable on this one and every other one, just totally entertaining people. When you start totally entertaining people, you lose a part of yourself. There has to be moments like this where you just push play. This is so random, y'all. Like, I had no intention of coming on here today, but somebody needed to hear what it is I'm saying. Let me start looking at some of these comments um, because I really, really want to respond. You guys, you have so much potential if you only knew. If you only knew what God wanted to do in your life. Keep going. We're letting, okay, more viewers know you're live. Thank you for everybody who has joined on here, by the way. Every single person. I appreciate you waiting for me to show up. And I know that, I've been missing in action, but you know what I realized that I don't want for my life, which I was starting to let happen. I was starting to become complacent and believing that this one income stream of going to work was the answer. And honestly, it is not. God has, He's got land for you, He's got houses for you, He's got places that you are supposed to show up to. If you see yourself being in front of an arena full of people, He's got those places for you. But if you don't step out on faith and start trusting Him, which is what I've been doing, something clicked in me when the new year kicked in. And then when TikTok did that little ban where we were just out, I realized that I have no power and I had to change that because TikTok does not depict where God wants me to go. Okay. And so I realized that I had relied too much on CapCut, on getting on here, posting videos, using the CapCut. And, that was never what God wanted. My experiences dictated that I needed to be using my voice. I'm just looking, y'all. I'm trying to see where these comments are because I just see so many people coming on here. And y'all, I love and appreciate you so much for just showing up. But the truth of the matter is, what I'm saying to you, you're going to have to put it into play. The people whose lives I've been able to speak into, I've just watched people flourish. And in the meantime, I was not acting on my own gift. Not anymore. My own gift is right here. You needed to hear this. I appreciate that, Breezy Jan. You guys got to get out of your comfort zone. And here's what's funny about me telling all of you on TikTok to go over to YouTube and start sharing your story. I say this to our women drivers every single week to get out of that comfort zone. Really, it is what we call fear. You know what fear is? Fear is false evidence appearing real. Think about that. It's false evidence. The thing that you fear is the thing you need to press towards. I had one driver, one of our women drivers, she may or may not be on here right now. Her name is Emily. Emily challenged me, y'all. She challenged me to start being consistent and going live just by making one statement. She said, I haven't seen somebody go live in a while. And you know what that did? It shook me to my core. You know why? Because I know that I know that I know I'm supposed to be using my gift of speech. This is why of speech. This is why the enemy fights so hard for me to use it. And so something clicked at the beginning of the year. Actually, I started being more consistent with our women drivers every Thursday, unless I'm out of town or like last week, my boss was out of town and the other instructor in our class, he was on vacation. Excuse me. So, y'all, I had all the classes to myself. I had to do all the classes last week because they were gone. And so I couldn't do my usual live, but don't think I didn't when I had spare time. When I had a few students on Saturday, I didn't go live in that group because I am committed to this now. And so, once you start being committed, God knows how to give you the words to speak. He knows how to give you, if you're a cook, the meal to prepare. He knows how to give you everything you need to do what it is that you are called to do. It's just a matter of you stepping out of your comfort zone and putting aside your fears and pressing through all of the things that are stopping you from sharing. Stop being comfortable and complacent with tools. They're going to be there and they're going to evolve, and you can't keep up with those tools anyway. Knock it off, dude. Okay, you can't keep up with those tools, but you can keep up with why God put you on this earth. So, if that's you and you've been thinking about, what am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to work? How am I supposed to start this business? Ask God to show you. The only person stopping you from getting where you're supposed to go is you. And so I've been practicing using my voice for a reason. I want to start using all of the skills that God has blessed me with in the last 10, 20 years and start putting them out there because I know that that's what I'm supposed to do. It's not about having a job for me anymore. It is about, who is this? David Velasquez. Hey. But it is about now using the skill, the talent, the gift, and putting it together to help other people. So I'm back on YouTube. On my page is called Trucking Divas Rock. I'll be popping in on here. I'll take the clips from this video and I'll take them to Facebook or Instagram, but you're going to hear my voice. And whatever God wants to do with that, He's going to do with that. And I'm not going to be afraid to step into the role that He's calling me to. Because it would be very easy for me right now to, when I'm feeling like this, to go and find another job. That's not what God wants me to do. I feel like what I'm supposed to do is use my voice until the right people find me. The right people are going to open the doors that are necessary for me to go to the next level, whatever that means. And so, same thing applies to all of you. Who else is in here? Y'all, I appreciate you so much. Don't be afraid to comment. This is a great place right now for you to start commenting because maybe you're walking in fear. Maybe you're afraid to make your next move. Maybe you're afraid that people will laugh at you or you're not going to have the finances. I'm telling you, when you start to move, all the other people that are supposed to come in your life to add to what you already bring to the table, they are going to start showing up as long as you are consistent. If you stop being consistent and you're just barely making any moves and afraid to step out on who you are, you're missing out. Guys, I'm telling you, you are missing out. Like I said, I appreciate y'all so much for tuning in to me right now. Oh, I see you, Primetime Fits. I see you. I see everybody in here. Like, I don't know who this is for, but you know who you are. You know that God has probably been talking to you about something that you're supposed to be doing, but you've been holding off. You've been afraid to step into this new role. Do not give up your job to go and pursue something unless you've already got the financial backing to keep going. Now, I'm saying that because I watched a video where somebody had, at one point in their life, they quit everything, they quit their job to go start a YouTube channel. Do not do that. Don't do that. Okay. You need to establish your niche. Who are you serving? Okay, first of all, you got to figure out who you're serving. What is the message or the gift or the skill or the talent that you're supposed to bring to those people? If I wanted to know how to work on one of my cars, I'm going to go to YouTube, and this is what I've actually done. I'm going to go to YouTube and I'm going to find somebody who knows how to work on that car specifically, right? Then I'm going to type in the search a certain problem that I'm having from either that person's channel or using the name of my type of car and what the problem is. And guess what will happen? A whole list of videos will come up based on that person understanding their niche. Okay. You have one too. You have something that you're supposed to be doing. For me, I told you guys, it's using my voice. I've known since I was 9, y'all, that God called me to be a verbal person. I don't need anybody to tell me that or to confirm that. You know why? Because every time that I used it, I've been blessed. Whether it's talking in front of our students, whether it's talking in front of a room full of CEOs, whether it's talking one on one or kind of in a coaching environment, my voice is the difference between their ability to get to their other side or they just stay complacent. It's how I package my voice, the tone I use in my voice. And I know when I'm reaching the audience I'm supposed to. Because what happens when I start talking, and I'm not bragging on myself right now, is when I say certain things, I can hear a holy hush in the room. You know what that holy hush does? It makes me realize that that specific group, or there's one person in that group that is supposed to hear that particular thing. It happens to me every week. And so that's the way that your gift is supposed to flow in your life. But you will never know that if you're not using it. If you're just being afraid and you're constantly overwhelmed by your fears, you are never going to see what God really wants to show you. He's going to put you in unexpected places if you'll trust him. But if you don't trust him through all the stuff that you've gone through, for your next move or the move a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, if you don't put your plan in his hand, you are never going to see that. So, what I'm trying to do, guys, is to encourage you to step out of your fear. Stop being afraid because you don't know where you're using your gift is going to take you. You don't know. And as long as you're paralyzed and you're stuck in this situation where you don't share that fear, that skill or that gift, you're going to stay complacent. You're going to be in places you don't want to be, and it's going to feel miserable at the time. You know, every one of us has a season where we are. And that's as plain as I can say that. We all have seasons. It's a matter of finding out when is my time to take the next move. Where is that next move? That's where you start talking to God and you just say, Lord, show me where I'm supposed to be. Show me what business I'm supposed to start. Show me who the people are that are going to help me to start building. But in the meantime, you got to start doing the work. You got to put yourself out there and not be afraid to put yourself out there, not being afraid to tell your whole truth. So, for those of you who missed it earlier, me telling my story is what got me to the White House. Do you understand how powerful that is? It got me there because I wasn't afraid of whoever was in the room. I wasn't afraid, and I still do this every week in our classrooms. I am not afraid to tell my students, whether they are drivers who are going to train students or if they're new students coming through our training program, that I was a woman on welfare and trucking pulled my family out of poverty. I tell that story and I tell how my daughter was killed by a drunk driver, and the person that I was during that time was way out of control. I was just doing too much. And I'm not afraid to share that because I know somebody in the room needs that to push them to their next level. Somebody in the room is going to take that and be like, all right, then it's time for me to get through this program so maybe I can run my own trucking company. Whether they stay at my company or not, I've given them the seed, I've planted it. Someone else is going to come along, they're going to pour water on it. Somebody else is going to come along and they're going to cultivate that soil to help that person get where they're going to be. And the same thing is true for you. When you start acting on who you are, what your purpose is, why you need to keep pushing through, it's not just about you, it's about everybody else that is coming up behind you. You've already endured probably some of the most painful things in your life, especially if you're watching me right now. The majority of you are either in the trucking industry or you're somebody who has lost your spouse, your child, or your parent, or all three, and maybe more. So you've already gone through some very hard places. And guess what? You're still standing, right? Now it's time for you to get up and start moving in the next direction for you. The only way that's going to happen is if you take one step. And then when you take that one step, you're going to take another step. Maybe for some of you, the boldest thing you could do besides just pasting a picture is to go live. That could be going live on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and all the other platforms out there. Some of you have stuff in your house right now and you're going through financial hardship and you're wondering why you can't figure out where the money is. You got money sitting in your house right now, and all you got to do is go live and tell somebody, hey, I've got this available. If you're interested, hit me up in Messenger and we'll make a deal on how I can get that to you. Most of the stuff I sold during Christmas time was right around here in Springfield. I did not have to ship one single thing. I've been meeting people all over this city, not all over the city, but in certain locations that I chose, stuff that I had on Facebook Marketplace. I sold that stuff and it was not hard. All because I placed one video saying this is what I have, or I created a video with multiple products in it, and then I pasted different pictures of each individual product. And in the description, I told how much I'm charging for that thing. And so I was able to help my own self through Christmas without even trying. It wasn't even hard. What is it that you're needing to help yourself through financially that you have something right in your house, right in your hand? It could be a skill, it could be a product, it could be, your ability to tell your story. It could be a lot of things, but you haven't stepped out of your comfort zone to even find out what that is. So I don't know who all needed to hear that. I know there was one person on here who literally told me that she needed to hear that. And I'm thankful for that one person who was bold enough to say that. Excuse me, y'all. I don't know who you are, but I'm just going to say that it's going to take courage on your part to step out of your comfort zone and do something that you've never done before. You know, you don't know if you're the person who starts a YouTube channel or really goes live or really posts some good information that helps somebody right here on this platform. You might be the next person that becomes a millionaire, all because you were bold enough to step out on faith. You don't know that. I am a widow with a millionaire mindset. Do y'all hear me? I expect God to bless me. I'm not afraid to say what I want. It doesn't mean I have to live this lavish lifestyle. I could be a millionaire and sleep in a van. Y'all, I'm all about van life, tiny house, all of that stuff. I could be that person. I could travel the world doing speeches virtually or on stages, dressed like I am, and still have the same confidence as if I were dressed up because I've done both. And so this is what happens. Who is this? Oh, what up, dude? This is what happens when you understand who you are. Sometimes who you are will intimidate other people, but don't let that intimidate you. You still walk in your strength and you walk in your authority, knowing who you are, and go get your blessing, whatever that is. Okay. Anyways, I just wanted to pop on here. I didn't even plan on going live tonight, but something inside said go live, and I'm listening. I'm starting to listen to every opportunity. I joined this other platform and I kind of told you guys about it, and I just now started getting products. So I'm not sure if I'm going to go live in there. I am going to because I got those products. Um, that platform is called Flip. It's an app that you download. You get on there. Flip got overwhelmed when TikTok was banned. And the reason why I didn't go back and, post a review video on the first item I got, which was this liquid laundry detergent. Y'all, it smells divine and it doesn't even take that much. I didn't really check my clothes because I got some in the dryer right now. But anyway, so you go on Flip, you just start making these clip videos. The more you start viewing other people's videos, you're starting to earn these dollars. They'll show up right up in here. But even when you earn the dollars, you're only going to get a percentage of that to use towards the purchase of an item. When you get that item, it comes to your house, then you'll do what's called a flip video, which is a review on the product. These customers really want you to tell the truth about their product. What did you like about it? What did you not like about it? And in return, you can create an opportunity to talk about that item, and also in your description, you can tag either that item or other items that people can buy from you. And when they buy those items from you, you get paid. The thing that I did not like about this Flip app, and I'm just doing a quick review on Flip right now, maybe I don't understand all the things. Number one, it took way too long for my products to come, and I realize Flip doesn't have control over how long it takes the customer to ship something to you. But when I pay for something, I'm one of those people. I need to know that it's coming within a certain time frame, and I never was told when those things were coming, and so that kind of turned me off. So I haven't been on Flip in about 4 days, but I have the product, so I do need to do a review on those products. But there is another app, and I can't even look at it right now because I'm on live with you guys. Um, I think it's called Woohoo. You can go on there, guys, and you can start selling your own stuff. It could be books, it could be clothes, it could be shoes, it could be hats, it could be photos. I mean, those framed photos that are on canvas or whatever. And so I'm I'm watching the videos on how to post on the Woohoo. I think that's what it's called. I might be saying it wrong. But anyway, I want to go on that platform and learn how it works. And so I'm constantly looking for multiple income streams right now, because I want to be one of those people where I don't have to worry. I'm by myself. And so I know some of you can totally identify with that. Maybe you're just in one career, but you can be working side hustles while you are in your one career and turn that into something. And it's up to you to start pursuing whatever the thing is. If you sit around and you wait for people to help you, guys, you will be waiting forever. And that's not something that I want you to experience. I want you to really be able to grow through your hardships, grow through your loss, grow through the things that are limiting you, self doubt, fear, isolation, depression. I want you to grow through all of those things. The only person stopping you from getting where you need to be is you. Okay? You got to change your mindset first and start telling yourself, I deserve to blank. You got to keep telling yourself that you're strong and you're an overcomer and you can do anything you set your mind to do, that you're capable and your vision is strong and you're going to pursue your vision. Whatever you have pictured in your mind, that is something that can manifest in your life. I'm living proof of that. What I'm giving you right now is the direction I'm supposed to go. I have always been called to speak and I've always known that. But when the time was for me to actually do it and go public with it and be bold and not be afraid to say what's on my heart. Y'all, I smell skunk. I'm right here by my window to my backyard, and I guarantee you there is one out there because I smell this sucker. But anyway, I hope that that helped you guys. There were 716 of you who joined me live, and I appreciate every single one of you for doing that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Who is that? Oh, you said millionaires don't wait, they act. Amen to that. That is facts. And so that's all I'm doing is just working my way to wherever God wants me to go. I'm stepping out on faith by sharing these type of videos with you guys or sharing on the YouTube channel to right now help the trucking industry because we don't have enough good strong drivers who are out there telling a quality truth about this industry. And so I'm sharing those things from my perspective, and I want all of the drivers on here, go start your YouTube channel. Start telling what it's like to be you as a driver away from your friends and your family. What's it like living your life on the road? Start capturing these moments of what's frustrating about it. I'm not saying go on YouTube um, and have a whole griping session. What I am saying is go on there and share your experience so people can make the right decision because I think that there's too many people who are coming into the trucking industry and they have this fantasy about what this lifestyle is supposed to entail. That is not what is going to help them. Not everybody who comes into trucking is supposed to be in this industry. And so you drivers can go and start talking about from the very beginning. What was it like for me to go get my permit? Oh, by the way, my name is so and so. I'm from such and such area and I drive local, regional, or over the road. And here's my journey into the trucking industry and start talking. What was it like for you to go get your permit? Did you have to go through a training program at a company? Did you go to a trade school? Did you go through a college? How did you get your CDL? Tell them that story. Make these videos at least 10 to 20 minutes long. I'm going to say 15 to 20. That way, you're reeling your audience in. They will sit there and they'll want to listen to you because they're sitting at home trying to figure out their next move. Some of them are homeless, and you know what trucking gives them? A job and a place to stay. Real talk, y'all. And so they're waiting for you because they don't want to hear from the other YouTubers that are out there trying to get them to come to their companies and not telling the truth about their companies. They want somebody who's going to be real, tell them the raw truth about this industry and why they should come in and what the pros and cons are. Those are the stories now that are really drawing YouTube's attention, y'all. This is why I'm telling you to get over there on that platform because like I said, I just posted a video 2 days ago and it's already got over 900 views. Um, and so these are people who maybe they've heard my name in the trucking industry, or maybe somebody they knew heard about me. And so now they're starting to share that link. And then YouTube is starting to push those videos out. So, whatever knowledge you have, guys, whether you're in the trucking industry or whatever industry, somebody needs to hear what you're talking about so they can make quality decisions for their lives. Guys, I'm going to get off here because it's almost 10 o'clock at night and I got to get up. I've got the instructor's class tomorrow. Um, and then we've got new students coming in the afternoon. And I'm not sure if one of our instructors is going to be in because he came to work sick. So, and had to go home a little early. So, anyways, you guys have a blessed, wonderful evening. What does it say? A lot of new drivers come and they think it's a quick money game. Facts. Trucking is a long money game. Oot! Talking to somebody who's got them 34 years and you know as well because you've been in it for a while and that is true. It's not a quick fix, but anyway, they're waiting on your voice. Guys, I got to get off of here. I love you for staying with me I think I've been on here probably over an hour like I always do, even though I think I'm going to be on for 10 or 15 minutes. Um, I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you to everyone. There's 900 of y'all in here. This is crazy. All right, Anthony, hi. How you doing? Anthony is another one of our drivers. Um, were you on here the whole time, Anthony? Anyways, this is why we need you professional drivers to get on YouTube. Start that channel. Y'all turn that phone sideways. Just talk to that phone like you're talking to somebody you care about and you love and you want to give them the truth about this industry. Okay, so you'll have to go back when I repost this video or video clips. It's not going to let me share this whole hour because I think I've gone over an hour. But really, I'm just talking to people about using their gifts. Anyways, I love y'all. I got to get off of here. Have a blessed, wonderful night. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.